Hi everyone and welcome back. I feel like my voice might be going a little bit weird here and there during this video, but just bear with me. Anyways, today we are going to be doing the color in version of the mushroom. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to just rub out the sketch and make it as faint as possible on the paper. This is pretty much to ensure that you cannot really see it behind the colours. You don't want it to be visible, you don't want any pencil marks visible. But yeah, once that is done, you are going to get the first colour. For me, that's going to be this red colour, and I'm just going to be colouring the mushroom heads in this colour, like all around it, the whole thing. So yeah, and here you've got ink right there, my little cat. He wants to be the star of the show, as you can see, and he will be popping up in this video as well. Here and there, you will literally see him. He will make himself seen, okay? He will just keep popping in here and there, but yeah, just bear with me. But yeah, without these interruptions, you're just going to carry on and just colour all of that in. So I'm probably going to leave you for a minute while you just watch this happening. You can even skip forward because this is what I'm going to be doing for the next few minutes. Also, this video hasn't been really sped up much and not much has been cut out. That's why it is the full nearly 50 minutes. Just look how cute his little paws are just in the camera because he's watching. He was literally on the live with us. So when I was doing this recording, I was actually live on TikTok doing it, and everyone was replying and commenting, and Ink just wanted to be the star of the show. He wanted to be the star of the show, I am telling you now. And I'm pretty sure he was successful at that because nobody really cared about this mushroom drawing at the end of it. He was the star. Okay, once the first layer is done, I'm trying to see which one I should use to blend this in with. Should I use the white or should I use cream? So I tested the two colours out and then I realised that the white was actually making the whole mushroom look a little bit too pink, and I didn't want that. I wanted it to be really nice and just have the perfect undertones because, believe it or not, I wanted to make these mushrooms look as realistic as possible. To be honest though, you would probably be able to tell from this video, from the thumbnail, whether I was successful or not, so do let me know. Okay, we're getting to the part where we're going to add some definition. I was going to go and grab black, but I ended up going for this really dark brown. And as you can see, I haven't done any drawings in literally 2 months, so do I know what I'm doing anymore? Absolutely not. But if you do like the end result of this video and you like what you saw in the thumbnail, then I guess it would be a good tutorial to follow through with. I do think I do have a really basic way of drawing and doing art, so I think it's quite easy to follow through with. Because I won't be showing you a clip of me doing one line and you will see a whole treble clef, for example, at the end. Like, you won't be wondering how the heck did she do that. You will see it all step by step. So yeah, I ended up colouring and shading in all the parts of the mushroom that I wanted to be a deeper tone and have some more depth to it. So essentially colour in just the corners and the lower bit of the mushrooms, and you'll probably get the perfect gist of it. Also, as you can see, I think I'm doing something here. I think I'm being a proper artist by doing these little circular motions and blending it in and all of that stuff, when we both know that whether I do that or I don't do that as an extra step, I will still struggle when it comes to the blending of it. There is just no way around it. It will just happen. So honestly, I just should have not bothered, but here we are. Then I ended up grabbing this like orangey brown colour. It's like a brown, but it's with an orange undertone, because that is what my mushroom was lacking. It was too red, and as we know, mushrooms have this really specific colour to them, especially these poisonous ones that I am trying to draw. So if you do see these mushrooms anywhere, do not eat them, please. Do not pick them, do not touch them, because they are poisonous and no one wants to die. But yeah, repeat this step for all the mushrooms to get them all nicely coloured in. But yeah, then I went a little bit darker and just darkened everything out, as you can see here. Just carry on with this like orangey brown colour. And once you have layer by layer by layer on top of layer, you will end up with something like this, which doesn't really look like much to the first layer that we have done, but in my head it does look very different. And let's pretend I have done a very artistic move here. And now is the time that I went in with this nude colour and decided to blend everything together, which actually I don't think was the best of ideas. The reason why I say this and I don't think it was the best of ideas is because when I tried to layer some more tones on top of this after, I wasn't able to. It did not allow me, and also my hand hurt incredibly after colouring in and blending out all of those mushrooms. So next time I think I might do things a little bit differently. For some reason, before I bought these Derwent Coloursoft pencils, I thought they were amazing and I loved them. But then I got Christmas presents from my sister and I hated them. But then I learned how to actually use them properly and I fell in love with them. But I gave them back to my sister because she wanted to use them, and because I thought these Derwent Coloursoft pencils. Now, before I got the Christmas colours, I had decided to love the Derwent Coloursoft, and I absolutely loved them. But for some reason, when I got this pack, something's changed. It feels like they leave like this firm, waxy layer on top, which kind of prevents me from being able to layer them how I thought I remembered that they could layer. And now I'm in this dilemma of kind of wanting to buy Prismacolors again, because I'm just in there with Coloursoft. But I'm going to persevere, and we're going to see how I get on. Hopefully, it's a
So now it's time for the grey because I just got sick of the mushroom heads, and to be fair with you, I probably should have got the actual pencil that I use for sketching rather than the grey coloured pencil. Or at least I should have actually sharpened this grey coloured pencil because everything ended up being one big splodge. Well, it felt like one big splodge of grey. And as you will see later on, I just struggled with it. In all honesty, I struggled. I thought it just looked unrealistic. I thought it looked very fake and that it just didn't match each other, and I wanted to restart it. But people on the live said that I shouldn't restart it because it looks great so far, so I kind of just went along with it. But kind of do regret it because I feel like this drawing would look a lot better if I ended up using a grey pencil for sketching rather than the grey coloured pencil. I mean, you can see the underside of the mushroom, how I'm getting on with it, and I was not impressed. I hated every single second of it and I didn't really know how to save it. But as you know, I post all of this on the channel. I post all the good sides and all the bad sides. I'm not gonna just be feeding you all the upsides of drawing and that they all look so amazing, because they don't, and they're not always gonna look how you want them to. But you just gotta remember that your work is a work in progress. For you to get where you want to be, you gotta start off somewhere, and this is my somewhere. What I then tried to do is I tried to get all the darkest parts shaded in first, and I kind of didn't see how far I was going with this until I saw it from a further away, and I thought, damn, this looks horrible. What I should have done is I should have layered everything bit by bit and not just go full out straight into it. And that was a mistake, but we learn for the future, eh? What I tried to do is where I had those shadings and those darker areas on the mushroom heads, I also tried to make those sides of the mushroom stem also shaded in a little bit. Kind of carry on with that shadow effect and make it seem a lot more realistic, and I think that kind of worked to an extent.
But you will soon see that I did go overboard with that as well, and I needed to use my white pen to colour and correct it. I mean, not to be dramatic, but to be dramatic, I did go overboard and it saved it. It made it look immaculate. Well, I'm being quite dramatic here. Okay, one thing I've just noticed in this video is my video inverted. How do I fix it? I don't actually... Guys, this is me editing while I'm doing this voiceover. My video just flipped. For the first 20 minutes of this video, it looks like as if I am right-handed. And the mushrooms look flipped. And then it transfers to the correct side and I don't know what to do. Okay, update. As you will be seeing in this video, you will not be seeing a difference. What I was just talking about, this is also me editing, me doing this voiceover. I figured out what I needed to do. When I do the vertical flip, I also need to do a horizontal flip to make this video in the right way, so that you can see the recording as I am drawing it and not flipped. So yeah, that's all good. Panic is over and we can just continue. As you can also see, because this thought of me using the sketch pencil over the coloured pencil in grey was in my chain of thought this whole time while I was using the grey, I decided to use the sketch pencil instead. And for that I was using a 2B and a 6B pencil. And I just tried to darken everything up, and somehow when I'm in this panic mode I darken everything so much, thinking that's going to save the drawing or fix everything, but it doesn't. It just makes it look like one dark blob. And then I get into the cycle of making it darker then making it lighter, because you will see me go in with a white pen as well to try and fix it. I mean, at this point I am just actively fighting with myself, aren't I? I also try to use the blending tool, which actually in most cases does help. But because it's me, every time I try to fix things, I just make things worse. And as you can see, I just made it look like one big grey blob. And that's not the vibe I was going for. So then, yep, as you can see, I grabbed that white pencil and I try to fix things up, girl. I then thought that it was enough of the white because I nearly just covered all of the grey up. But yeah, then we move. Honestly, we move. We can see what we've done here. I also just got sick and tired of doing the mushroom stems, so I decided to go back to the mushroom heads and try and fix those up again. And I just keep flipping back and forth between the two, hoping one of them would look somehow presentable and somehow a little bit realistic. So yep, here we go, back into the shading, back into adding the grey and back into adding the brown. But I was trying so hard to exaggeration here. I then decided to go back in with the red and just try to add some more colour, because at this rate I thought that this was looking a little bit too orangey, so I covered all of these mushroom heads back in with red. And as you can see, I made this colour red work overtime. This coloured pencil was going to give me the pigment I wanted out of it. Okay, now for the fun part, which turned out to be more of a nightmare. So yeah, here we go. Essentially, the easiest way to describe this is you have to add white splodges all over these mushroom heads to make it look realistic and to make it look like a poisonous mushroom. Easy, right? Well, not really, because I really struggled on that. To put it simply, I want to make it look perfect. I want it to look symmetrical. I want every single shape to be exactly how I want it, which leads to the downfall and leads to this looking not as realistic as I would hope for. Because in nature it is not planned out. They are some closer together, some less close together, and it looks very natural. When I try this, it looks absolutely crap. And when I see other people do this as well and just literally place it wherever they want, just randomly, it looks perfect. It looks completely natural. So I must just be doing something wrong, but I'm not sure what yet. But anyway, just add these splodges all over your mushrooms. You can even copy my exact placement if you like. That's if you think you're going to struggle the way I did. Oh, and then I thought that this mushroom was not dark enough at the bottom, so I decided to go in with the pencil. English, please. I decided to go in with the pencil and just add a little bit more over there because apparently there's not enough shading in my head.
on moving on.
So here I thought that I was pretty much at one of the last steps, which technically I am, but this step took a lot longer than I thought it would. What you would do here essentially is you get a colour, darker one. Me, I got brown. You could get a darker red or any darker colour that you want for this. And you just go around those white splodges that you've done to add some more dimension to it. But as you can see, it does not look realistic, so I thought, oh crap, I can't stop there, gotta keep going. So I improvised and I tried every single thing to do to make this look more realistic. But of course, what I did to one mushroom, I had to do to all the other mushrooms to make them look like, you know, they've grown from the same spot. Unfortunately though, these mushrooms, I don't feel like you could cut them out and then place them on a spot of grass by a tree and just trick people. I wish you could, as that is what I was really going for, but maybe in a few years or in a few months I will be as good as that. And I'll be a pro at drawing mushrooms. Wouldn't that be just fun? But yeah, just stack up that brown colour and blend, and just repeat this process until you're happy with the result. also, at the very end of this, all these splodges that I coloured in red on top of the white that I had because I thought the white was too light, I ended up colouring back in white because I thought that they were too red and too dark. Make it make sense. Talk about being indecisive on what you want. And as I was colouring them in white, I thought, should I make them all white again? Should I make them a few? I didn't know what I was doing, but I tried to make it look realistic, and I really hope that you like it and you like the end result of this. I also ended up going with a black fine liner to add more details, and when I thought that the mushroom stem was dark enough, nope, not dark enough. Well, at least not dark enough until I use that black fine liner. So we had to get with that, we had to do it. I also thought that some of the mushroom head was a bit too of the same colour, if you see what I mean. So I ended up using some white and that made it pink, and I panicked. I thought, did I just ruin this whole drawing just because I wanted to be impulsive and add some more white to make it lighter? Because apparently I just did that. But yeah, we ended up salvaging it and saving it, and yeah, here's the result. You'll see in a few minutes, and I really hope you enjoy it. But just like that, we've come to the very end of this video, and I really hope that you enjoyed it. I mean, it was a roller coaster of a video, but it was also one of the longest videos I have recorded because I usually time lapse the crap out of it. Which I guess if you're trying to follow along, you'd have to pause the video every 5 seconds or every few seconds, and that is not ideal, to be fair. So I hope this one's a lot more easy to follow through with and you love the voiceover, because I usually just put background music on, slap that on and call it a day. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you try to recreate this yourself and if you like it. Just let me know in the comments down below, and the next video will be uploaded on the 8th, so literally in 4 days, so keep an eye out because it will come out at 6:30 again. But also, please give me your feedback on this video. Be brutal though, be brutally honest, because I need that. You need that kind of feedback. Do you like the video? Do you like, me drawing mushrooms in the first place? Do you like the voiceover? Would you prefer no voiceover? Let me know everything in the comments below. And with all that being said, I will catch you all in the next video. Bye guys.